Hello and welcome to my channel, Vintage Elegance Inspiration. This is Karen. I have another video to share with you today of one of the journals that I am releasing from my personal vault. I have made so many over the years and it just grew beyond family and friends that I was gifting them to. I never anticipated that I would be offering my journals up for sale, but there comes a time when you have to do that. So this particular one is the third in a series. I didn't realize that I hadn't recorded the videos and uploaded them to YouTube for the blue and this pink one. The green one was the first video that I did on YouTube. So this one is very much the same, except all of the images and the backgrounds and such, the decorations are pink or fuchsia, and she's a beauty. Her cover is the fuchsia velvet from Sheila, and look at this beautiful trim. I've also got some vintage lace under the image, some muslin, several layers of collaging, and this pretty lace on the front. Some of Sheila's beautiful, beautiful dangle beads. I have sewn the two signatures into the spine using the button method, which I just love. Vintage, and some metal buttons, brass buttons. This tassel is removable, very boho, just made up of a bunch of sari silk, some pretty beads, a bead cap, and one of the little Tim Holtz bulldog clips. So that can be left on for decoration or removed when you're going to want to use it. So let's go inside. I've used some cardstock, like scrapbook paper, and just done the inside covers, attached them, and then stitched them. It's got a Craftex base, and I use the wrap method for my fabric journals. Just tuck the fabric or the velvet, silk, whatever, to the inside and then cover it with some lovely papers. There's really not much vintage lace in here, just a few trims perhaps, but the piece on the topper, the cover, is vintage lace. These images are from a digital kit created by Vicky Niesing from Adore Australia on Etsy. She is also a member of Boho Daydreams group. And if you want to give her a shout out for her beautiful colors, I'm sure she would appreciate hearing that. What I've done with a lot of the tags and the images is just outline them all with a gold marker. And I've done a lot of stamping, added some words, Radiant Beauty, a lot of die cutting, and just made a lot of extra space where you can journal. This is my Shimmer Mist paper in the pink. Stamping, Young Bohemian, this lovely little girl. What I did was I just fussy cut out a lot of the images from the pages and, like I said, outlined them with a gold marker. This is a little booklet just for some extra journaling space, and I've done some stenciling on the inside. Lots of gold embossed ink stamping on the tag there. Here we have beautiful braided trim that I've got a side tuck, and this particular tag is created using pink parchment paper and some sari silk topper. This stationery I got when I lived in Australia, and I thought it was very relevant that I put some of it into this journal because it just takes me back to when I lived there. I believe that's the bottle brush plant. Very unique. Some vintage sheet music, and this is called A Viennese Melody. Some stamping, a couple of tags tucked in here on the side, some gold embossed edging on the tag, and a die cut of some vines, another booklet with the stenciling on the inside and stamping. Tea-dyed tracing paper, cultural, tuck in the pocket, a tag in the pocket here with some gold embossed ink stamping, and some die cut flowers. Those are from Graphic 45. And some pretty trim here on the edge of the paper. That is Sheila's as well. This is some braided trim that I've got. A couple of tags that I've done some stamping on. This one says Flower Child. Boho Chic. Boho Chic. That's a skeleton leaf and a journaling card with some flower trim and a line journaling card tucked into the pocket here. These kits are very large. You can make a journal full of all this other extra stuff, which is what I did here. And I pull out where I added a pocket. I just used some of the extra papers, the pages, and use them all up. Aesthetic Beauty. Some gold embossed stamping there and around the edges. Some graph paper. A little flip-up pocket with some stamping and an applique. Sweet little bohemian girl as the image. And a tiny tag with some stenciling on the back. Of course, this can be written on as well. Some beautiful blingy trim on this page, the Shimmer Mist Pink. And a couple of tags. This one says Untroubled. And stenciling on the back. Some of Sheila's amazing embroidered sari textile. Look at that. Isn't that just amazing? Imagine wearing that. And flip up so you can do all kinds of writing and journaling across the page. Center of the first signature with a tag. This beautiful girl done on pink parchment paper. And these are die cuts here. The beads that I've used, beads and charm and a leaf on this part of the signature, and a tag that says Boho Gypsy. Another flip out here, I believe. No, it's a floating pocket. And some washi tape there. Beautiful tag with this watercolor paper. I've done some stamping and stenciling on there. And this little booklet just straddles over the page side. A little bit of stamping in here. It says Boho Days, Gypsy Nights. And some stamping on the side of the pink Shimmer Mist paper. Little pocket tuck spot up here. You can write on there. I've got a vintage postcard of a German castle. Lots of extra space for journaling. The word carefree here. And a tall tag with some fibers at the top. One of the pockets that I've used from the digital kit. Some purple braided trim with sequins on it and beads, little seed beads. And just some extra pieces of ephemera for extra journaling. Little coin envelope with a tag in it. Journaling card with some stamping. And another extra piece of journaling paper. Stamping on the side. This is a die cut frame, and I've just added this piece so it shows you how you can put a photo of anything that you would like to make it more personal for yourself. A little bit of bling on the frame. Stamping. This is, it says Creative Environment. Beautiful image. Tea-dyed tracing paper, the music paper, some more braided trim on the side of the tuck space. This is a decoupaged note card that I've just added with beautiful paper napkin, decorative paper napkin, and a small tag that says Aesthetic. Lined paper here, some more journaling space with just some bright pink paper. One of the lovely images that I have fussy cut. Haute Boheme. Another journaling card with some colorful trim. lined on the back, and stamping and die cuts. Non-bourgeoisie. Some stenciling and stamping with gold embossed ink on pink parchment paper. And this is an envelope here. I'm not going to take it out because it's probably got the matching journaling card in there. And the word fascinating, that is the end of the first signature. And on to the second one. I've used some of this beautiful dark plum aubergine colored mulberry paper that I've had for many, many years. I just love using it. It seemed to go with these colors so beautifully. I just wanted to point out the amount of space that I've got between the signatures in the center. It's probably a good inch. I do that for this very reason. As you can see, the book just lies flat and it's very easy to write in. When you've got it standing on the shelf, the pages still all come together. But I find if you do the signatures too close together, then you're going to end up with what we call a gator mouth. So this is the system that works for me for when I do signatures with a lot of pages in them. Another little pink parchment tag, the word individualist, and some stamping there, as well as in the corner. And the pink shimmer mist paper. Another tag in this colorful pocket. That's some shimmer paper. Tea-dyed tracing paper. Another hot pink tag that's embossed with gold ink. The word unconventionality. Some of this beautiful flower trim on the side tuck. And here I've done some stamping. This is with one of my, it starts with M. It's a Canadian brand. It's a great big woodblock stamp. And then you can just use an X-Acto knife and cut all the different layers out. It's just such an amazing magenta. That's it. Beautiful stamp. I just love using it. And it's on some watercolor paper as the background. And a tall tag with some gold embossed edging and stamping. Pretty little pink applique and the word dilettante. This side has, of course, I love pink. Some stenciling, some stamping, some gold embossing, and another envelope. Vintage music paper, some fluff at the top. Minuet from Don Giovanni. It's the name of the title of the song. Some extra journaling space and a very simple tag with some stamping on the back and the words natural beauty. Extra booklets for journaling. And here's some more of the lavender trim with the beads, little seed beads and the sequins. It's just so beautiful. A purple tag that I have added the gold embossed edge to it and a gold die cut with some bling. And just a little booklet with some stenciling on the inside. The word heritage, very rich heritage. And some tea-dyed cardstock for the back of that tag, extra journaling space, the pink shimmer mist paper. I think there's just over 100 page sides in here that you can journal on. I know I counted it in the last one. I just can't remember off the top of my head. It's been a long day. Journaling card that's lined with a beautiful image and the word individuality at the top. I try to choose words that are very positive and motivating. And what I do is I just make a list of them on my computer, and then I just print them out, cut them out, and just use them. I can print them out again, as many times as I want. Beautiful color paper and some stamping and the embossed edge. This is a die cut, of course. Graph paper, some stenciling. Center of the second signature with some of Sheila's amazing sequined, blingy, sari textile. I just love her pieces. They're just so beautiful, and I always find it a challenge to decide how am I going to display that in my journal. I don't want to cut it any smaller. I want to make maximum use of it. So the beads that I chose are this bright fuchsia. There's a leaf and a pendant charm in the bright pink. Lots of stenciling, graph paper. Here's the other side of the die cut flap and a tag. Striking Beauty. So very pretty. Lots of pink and purple in this journal. And a die cut here, another envelope, another beautiful tag on the back of some tea-dyed cardstock, or heavier weight. Yeah, cardstock is what it is. On the shimmer paper, another envelope and a small tag with some stenciling on the back. Pretty pink beaded and sequin trim. You can use that as a narrow tuck spot as well if you'd like. These gorgeous girls that I have fussy cut and put some gold marker around the outside edge. Romany Bohemians with some beautiful colorful trim and line journaling card on the back for extra writing space. Another vintage postcard that I've included. This is also German. It looks like the Rhine River and a castle. So beautiful. I love it. This is a flip up tuck spot, and I've added the word adventurer. Another pretty pink applique with some seed beads on it and some die cuts, some stamping, some more stamping in gold embossed ink. The word avant-garde. Side tuck here and some fibers on this pretty little tag. And again, I've got some gold trim, gold metallic braided trim on this edge of the music sheet. Some lined journal paper. I've pretty much printed all the digitals, both sides, in all three of these journals, just for a different technique. And some stamping. More purple, and I've just added a booklet with some stenciling, and it says Gypsy Boho. Pretty purple elephant journaling card with some metallic shimmer in there, some stamping, just some small elements from the digital kit. Bohemian Lifestyle with the gold embossed ink edge, the shimmer paper, some die cuts, tea-dyed tracing paper, some more stamping, flamboyant, and a beautiful yellow parchment, gold embossed tag with some pink sari silk topper in one of the pockets. Coming towards the end, I've just added a small scalloped circle. As a tuck spot, you can have some extra page there for journaling. Another tag made out of some tea-dyed cardstock. I've done some jelly prints here. This one straddles the page in blues, purples, and pink. And I've added my logo or business name, Vintage Elegance Inspiration. And the last sentiment says Alternative Passion, and stamping at the top. So that is Boho Beauties Pink. She's really beautiful. I hope you like her, and I hope you've enjoyed looking at each of the pages together with me. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for some more. Bye for now.